All right, so this is a video looking at Opt2 Day 4C, solving by substitution. This is level 2. So we have this equation, simple interest. So we have interest is equal to principal times rate times time, usually in years, but could be other forms of time. And don't forget, your interest rate is going to be represented as a decimal. Okay, so I changed some numbers on here. Okay, but let's go through it with these numbers. But when I give you a sample with different numbers, you need to make sure that you use the numbers that you have to do and don't accidentally put in any of my numbers, okay? Malik deposits $550 into a simple interest savings account that earns 3% per year. Soraya deposits $1,000 into a different simple interest basic account that earns 2% per year. How much does Malik earn in interest in 1 year? Okay, so we're going to use this formula right here. So interest is equal to principal times rate times time. So we're going to use his numbers or her numbers. So 550 is the principal. Interest rate is 3%, so that's 0.03. And it says just 1 year, so we're going to just multiply that times 1. Just 1 year. Okay, we do the math on that. Just bring out your calculator. That's $16.50. Okay, now we do the same thing for the other person. So interest is the principal of $1,000 times the interest rate of 0.02 times 1 year. I mean, you don't only have to do the 1, but whatever. It's $20. Okay, write an equation for each account where X represents the number of years that have passed and Y represents the total interest earned. Okay, so I'm realizing now with my numbers that this isn't going to work. I need to make that $1,000 smaller. Otherwise, the fourth question won't work. So I'm just going to change the $1,000 to maybe $700. I think that should work. So I'm just going to change it. Otherwise, question number 4 won't make any sense. Okay, so that new number, hopefully this will work now. Let me see. 0.02 times 700. Yeah, this is going to work now. Okay, is $14. Okay, write an equation for each account where X represents the number of years that have passed and Y represents the total interest earned plus principal. So you can think of it like Y equals mx plus b, where the slope is essentially the rate of change. And how is it changing? It's changing by the interest, the annual interest. So then the B value is going to be like your initial amount, which is your principal. The amount that you're starting with. Okay, so we have to write 2 equations. So let's do first person. So their total amount of money is going to be $1,650 times X, the number of years, plus what was the principal? $550. Okay, and then the other person, they're getting $14 a year plus the original $700. And then it says, how long will it take for them to have the same amount of money? So remember what this is. This is substitution. We have to solve by substitution. When you solve an equation like this by substitution, they're both equal to y. So what we can do is we can make them equal to each other. So I'm going to take the 1650x plus 550 and set it equal to 14x plus 700. And now I just have to solve this equation. I think I'm going to subtract 550 from both sides. And I'm going to subtract 14x from both sides so that I get my x's on one side. So that's 250x equals, what's 700 minus 550? 150? Because you got to borrow, right? Yeah, 150. Then divide by 2.5. And they are going to have the same amount of money in 60 years. It's a long time. Maybe yours will be different, but that's how my example turned out.